Food arrived just in time. Alright then. Well, I'll give you something to watch while you eat that then. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Let's fucking go. What are we having for dinner tonight? I don't even know what I'm having. Which I have not checked. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Alrighty, so previously on Danganronpa 2, my boy Nagito, he's dead. I knew it was coming, but he's dead. I have to go through his painful murder again. I've never had Taco Bell. It's been there for a little bit now. Every time I've been near one and I've looked near it, I'm like, yeah, nah, it's fucking busy, yo. I'm not cool with that. So yeah, yeah, tacos do sound good though. Nah, man, I love Nagito. Love him, man. Such a horrible way to die. He was there, man. He was there. He's keeping it real. And eventually the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. My boy! He did! And when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet. Huh?
What?
Oh, come on, Kazuichi, what was that? There you go. That's good.
What?
What's going on here?
Are you serious?
Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? Yeah, I'm realizing how similar Akane and Fuyuhiko's voices are now that they're like one of the only two left. They're two of the only ones left. I mean, it's Nagito, you know. I've got the husk. That's right, it's Nagito. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. I can't believe it. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito's body like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. But even something as small as that. A body has been discovered!
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Don't tell me.
Body discovery announcement? Then it's for real.
Hey!
The Nagito is really dead!
Damn it.
God, I'm Akane. Can't get it. It's not that he's dead. The body discovery announcement was made. Does that mean Nagito was killed? Killed?
That's right.
Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? One of us killed Nagito? One of us killed him so brutally? Then it's going to start again. Huh? Class trial is going to start soon, right? Then...
Of course!
Yep! We gotta do it! We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is!
Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right? Then the time for action is now! So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma from... Hold it right there! What? Don't get in my way like that! I was about to whip out the Monokuma file in such a cool way! Cool!
Stupid brother!
Shut up! I can't stand this anymore!
Sonic?
How much longer are you gonna keep putting him through this? No more! I won't let you! I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions!
Hey, hey!
Say me something.
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami. You just now noticed?
Like...
Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? Huh? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. What? No fair! You're shutting up too!
Wait!
Enough already! We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagino. Please, do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Hey.
Anyway, let's begin. But
This is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Right. Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. I know, that's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monami.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't fuck with me, we're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kinda depressing.
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
Actually...
Don't worry, the end is near. The end?
What's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma title? I guess there's only 2 days left, huh? When that timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what will happen to us? The killing skill trip will be over!
Hey!
If this will finally be over...
Are you serious?
Does that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they're hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right?
So...
Once again.
It's the Monokuma file! Phew!
You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterward at all.
Do your best.
Do your best, okay?
Wait!
Hold on.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let you escape this time. Right there. Hey, big bully. What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think we can go home, right?
But still...
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Damn it!
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here.
All right!
Let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
However...
It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. The killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito. Because his death was so abnormally cruel. No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me. This is the more hard rockin' version, alright. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Dead! No! The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. High noon, eh? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm, and a knife impaled to his right hand.
Yep.
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first. If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Well, I guess you're right. Let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the Wade house. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. ... I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. You probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Bulletu! Boing! Everyone's fucking here. Oh, hello, I can't even hide in the fucking... That's not like you. You usually be up front. It mattered for Gundam's killing. And for Mikan's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? Time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death is noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's time. It's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Why not? Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently? Totally a fresh kill. Fresh. Seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Alright!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
Alright!
And whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Baby gay stuff.
Like...
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen? Huh? What's gonna happen?
That's obviously wrong.
This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home! Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Oh, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey!
What do you mean, something?
Shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know. What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know. There's no way this will end smoothly with the countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. So now let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we look through the past time. Yeah, I know. But don't bring up strange stuff like that. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire. You can see a girder right next to it, right? There. Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood can get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder. look at Nagito last. Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
Oh, an oil lighter! Someone probably wanted to keep warm!
Bring it on.
There's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
Which means?
So, using that, the curtain was set on fire! Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire! They built a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... things along the ground. Fire grenade! Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. If there's one thing I haven't looked up but want to know, are fire grenades a real thing? Because they are unheard of and somewhat ludicrous to me, but they seem somewhat grounded in logic. Just like a throwable fire extinguisher, I guess. But not with the same name, yeah. Fire grenade! This is probably... It's fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. They're reusing one of Fuyuhiko's poses. Like straight up. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Not even a truth bullet. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach! It's about dick-shaped. Hey! No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What the heck? What are you calling oversized garbage? Ugh. Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there. What's the meanest thing you've said, Monami?
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects together. Done it on the ground, so I guess Sonya to Kazuichi to Nagito.
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. Oh, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way? It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Someone like me. I never expected someone like me to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. We'll never get to punch him out when he starts going on his hope rants again. No, now is not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. There'll be a few things. Let's start with that pretty little hand. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? The hell could they do something so cruel? This knife! It must be from the military base! Military base? Not the military base! Ah! Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well?
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand?
It cannot be!
And then, they finished him off with the spear!
How cruel!
How cruel! Then, does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? The reason they had to use the spear, huh? Rival knife. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope. It looks like the tip of that rope burns off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? CPR! He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. In one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape from his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey!
But putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. Very Japanese of you. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case, it's no use. She's not listening. Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that?
Well?
The duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? It means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried the shell, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. So what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Ah! It's been added to my truth bullets. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super dead.
there's something strange. Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well?
here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, why is it only on this part?
See?
See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win! Yeah, you sure, you win. That's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see, I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Oh, of course not! This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that now. Hey, he used the Spear of Gungnir to kill, fake Junko, fucking Mukuro.
Hey! Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
What? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice! Damn you all to hell! Ah! I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Legs, I guess? Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? Disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily, I could totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Well, I guess I'm done with the area surrounding his corpse. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito, there should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas and figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Oh fuck, everyone followed me. Creepy bastards. Woo woo, that's right, it's like the fucking crazy strafe area. Alrighty, starting on the left. There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. The sprinkler's completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. No, it's not like I'm missing much. Saying this again.
Hey!
Yes, we are saying this again. You guys gonna say the same shit then? Is that what's going on? Looks like Sonya's focused on investigating. Yeah, okay, this is different. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonya, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded. Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is alright, it is not a bomb! Why did you know the bombs were a fake? Well, that's not all, either. We were looking for the bombs. Why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the Central Islands. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my!
Oh my!
It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding! I am not the killer! Jesus shit, you son of a bitch! Sonya?
I am sorry!
I am terribly sorry! I was panicking! I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door at the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. What the hell was that, Sonya? She must have been in the military. Most everyone in Nova Cell knows how to use bombs.
However, that plan was an utter failure.
Mon me, like you can't see me.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it! All to hell!
See, so that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Mommy as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
Those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, and would be Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. Wow! That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He he showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he said were real as well. So, Nagito's actions are extremely calculated. The problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. Yeah, you're right. I got it. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch! There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those words Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening! Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. Oh, I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Kinda ignored their protests and with a mighty kick the door flew open. Could it be? Is that it? And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange? That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Take us back to the back of the warehouse. Yep, Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi. Room box, I guess. We'll think about the countdown after we look through the class trial. Well, even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him,
Hey!
there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. Oh, with an iPod. With an iPod on it. Product of its time. But why is this here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it, that music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I'm able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, she almost looked animated. At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean, it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door. Nezumi Castle, where Spear originally came from. And Nagito's room, too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene. We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So, we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey!
Dan, it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay! There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. And if we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Alrighty, a few areas to check out, I guess. I guess we'll go to the plushie factory. It is right here. Probably need to look in here again. Hello, Sonia. Alright, look at the mono plushies. The life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Sure enough.
My!
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life! Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism!
Alright!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it! Hold on. There was a bomb inside these. Wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Yes, pie!
Either way, it is all gravy! All gravy? What the hell does that mean? Running off center
already!
Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right.
However...
Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No!
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew! I feel relieved. If the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then I brought it from the Octagon.
Well done!
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it!
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Laptop. Maybe there's games on it. That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on his laptop. He's still watching us from somewhere. If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that can be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Just smash it on the ground. That's how you get the files out of it. It's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. A truck. apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. Break room's on the other side of this door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue. Not even trash. I'm not even going in there, G, basically. Check the plastic factory. So yeah, we got the military base. Yes, cars, Kazuichi. I tried looking through the truck bed. It's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck. I mean, Sonia was telling the truth.
However,
And as I suspected, the bombs have disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No. Never mind, he said as much in his video message. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No. Is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there's a different motive behind his actions. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck here.
Whoa!
Ah, found it! What'd you find? Wow, that truck bed over there has guns in it. But I also found stuff like a survival knife. Wait, that's... Is that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here?
Alright!
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone knows. Nope, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Oh, Kazuichi. The bombs are fake. This might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check these out. Camera monitor attack helicopter. It's that dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Teru. Haha, yes it is. Doesn't have anything to do with the incident. Just good old memories. Good old deep fried Teru. Alright, time to jump island. So Nagito's room. Alright, let's hit it. Sharky's hanging out here somewhere. She's probably right outside the room. Side. Beep, beep. There's some deep mark in his room. I'm annoyed. What happened? I'm annoyed. What are you annoyed about? I want to investigate Nagito's cottage, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I don't really understand, but I can't investigate Nagito's cottage? Maybe I should try investigating Nagito's cottage. Clutter, huh? It's locked. Apparently, we can't go inside thanks to that. I'm annoyed. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna go investigate another area. What are you gonna do? I'll go look for Monokuma. He might open it for us. And let me know when we can go inside.
Yep.
Yep, got it. Alright. Can't just go into Nagido's room yet. That'd be where the big bombs are. Nezumi Castle. Hadouken. I'll go get me another beverage, BOD guys. Alright, so we got one for tearaway. Quickly. Universal tier list, and I've added a big discount. If you may have noticed the current Monokuma coin cost. Ugh. Yeah, because funny number. Lol lol. Alright, back to it, eh?
Yo.
Look at that wall of spares. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. Now look at what's not the floor of spears, thank you. The password beams of the ancient ruin. The most important part is erased. Nagido was the only one who found out the password written here, and he apparently went inside, but now that he's dead, are we unable to get the password? No, we should deal with that later. Right now, investigating the case comes first. The spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear. It's definitely it, right? You see, just like thought, looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagido. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this, with this unnecessary cord thing on it, would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel so tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagido is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find out some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. military base. I guess we are checking the cottage again. Fuck. Right. Ah! That's here. See, Chiaki ain't back, so... Oh wait, no, she is back, and Monokuma's with her. Alright.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagido's room too?
Hajime.
Oh, Hajime.
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagido's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy.
Can't do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black beans! Hey, you don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
Fine, I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right? Now then.
Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now the door is open. Yeah, you're right. I see a Monokuma fucking doll. So, Nagido is living here? What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days here? What was he scheming? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope. Becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Boing! First, get out the bath, Monokuma! Alrighty, weird big shiny box on the room. Naturally it means I'm gonna look under the bed. The bed that comes with colleges, it looks just like the one in my room, but...
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check just in case. Whoa, look at the hope on that! With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... there's something here! It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagido use this stuff for? Hajime, was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made out of blue aluminium? A round, thin piece of aluminium, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait. Time out.
Who knows? Might be too soon to decide. Piece of blue paper. Alright, we found a bird under the bed. Big one. Now time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some other areas first. Now, big shiny present, here we go. Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Could this be? Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
A treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
What?
It's really cute. No, she's just reacting. This looks like the Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagido? why would Nagito steal this? I wanted to find out. Might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like a chicken scratch. Hey, it's like my book. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, 4, 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16, we've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook!
Whoa! Out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you! I didn't ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you're allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook.
Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief? No! Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right?
The diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where I write all my maiden secrets already. Hey, you're a liar! Oh, what? You always show up out of nowhere. Monami, it's no good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you wrote him that, though. After all, Monami can't even write.
Huh?
What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
No, you can, because you have no fingers on your hands. See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way, too.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you? So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true?
Huh?
He said you didn't write in that notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote that?
Well, you know, it's, how should I put it? Excuse me.
Bitch! Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Fridge? There's a refrigerator?
Huh?
Nice, my cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? I talked to Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle.
For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stuck very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? Looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? If only I could read English. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. I'll go for one. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. This is...
Could it be? Yeah, it looks like it's poison.
Poison?
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Just stop it! If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too.
Apply to the bomb?
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items.
The octagon. It's poison. He must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial.
He was hiding a bomb and poison?
Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? You're all like, check the bookshelf last, so here we are. There are a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on the shelf. The genres and types of items are also random. I can't make any sense of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Do they now?
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
What should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Wait, what?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know. There might be private stuff here.
Well, it might be true, but...
See?
So, I'll leave this shelf to you.
I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. Wow, a vibrator! I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. Epstein's list. But even as I examined them carefully, there was still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed. It's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought. Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Kane and Sonya. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information? My ass. Can't believe you make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There's no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying. You were lying. When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Ah, hold on!
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya.
Byakuya-kun!
I'm talking about Byakuya Togame. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
That wasn't you. That's not...
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life...
Too bad.
That's totally wrong! There's a completely different reason! A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up over that Byakuya for no reason! Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through these profiles, right? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks and could really be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That's that Byakuya's true identity! True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so cool!
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. He's the ultimate imposter because he made you believe that he believed he was Byakuya Togami. Then he was lying to us the whole
But
time?
still,
But he couldn't help it. But why couldn't he help it?
oh,
'Cause that was his talent. Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. Oh shit, we're gonna wax poetic. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. But what the hell?
Anyway,
I'm not happy you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right!
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others, and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess...
No!
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting them for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is it really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
correct!
It would have been fun if you figured out who that traitor was so easily, right?
Hey,
Then we can use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. it's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up? Wait!
Bye!
Excuse me for a moment. Well, we're doing it. Just under an hour and a half. We're doing it. Let's go. That chime just now.
What is most important for living
Let's
things?
tickle what's ahead, as I'm sure you guys are
Well,
itching.
personally,
Itching for a
I
taste.
think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial? He said that right. He said last class trial?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last
But
one.
still,
But I can't imagine that's the real end, huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we're so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
but still,
Well, you don't have to worry so much, huh?
right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah. If we do that, things will turn out fine. No, Monokuma rocks here. It's gonna be after number 5. I went the long way. The longest way.
Damn right.
Damn right, everyone's here. Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it! You're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial. But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know.
Right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us!
I'll pick you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbits should just shut up! Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become Someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she read her self-helper.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It would be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Aw, fine.
But still,
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to last class
Yep.
trial. You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Roar! Gom. This is the end. I keep saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. We're into Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. I've got spear controllers, it's cool. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Well now.
Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you
Shut the
left.
hell up.
Enough! Just fucking start this already! Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right? Yep, it sure is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
Didn't I tell you we said it? This is the end!
Now then.
Now then, let's get this trial started!
Killing.
This is the last class trial! Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other! This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but... no way we can end this without him. He'll be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. If Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Alrighty. So we'll do a save here, and we'll be a bit liberal with our saving going forward. So because we just did the investigation, we don't need to go through our fucking evidence. We know we've got nothing new to equip. So we're just gonna jump right the fuck in.
Now then, let's begin. During the class,
Alright,
if
we
you
get
vote
it.
correctly,
Yep.
I'll punish.
Okay.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
I could do this all day. Oh shit.
Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
I do often like how when you know, you got the whole like non-stop debate thing going on, it's all spinning around, you see Monokuma in the background just like just absolutely getting off on the whole fucking thing. The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito. It's here, right? And they the same person? Or fucking straight to the hope versus despair version. You're right.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find?
I can rule on that the bombs are fake, however, he apparently never revealed the fact that he
Find out by torturing him. Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Alrighty. Starting off quite tricky, actually. Okay, why'd the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason-
Okay, it's gonna be torture wounds on something. Both of Nagito's legs were tied with rope, and each rope was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving. His thighs are also covered with lots of stab wounds.
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Okay, no, it's Monokuma's.
is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence.
No, it's Monokuma's account.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
Monokuma didn't tell anyone about the bombs.
Killer didn't take. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's
It's because the killer.
So that's why. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, is whoever found
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
What? That wasn't it.
Hey, if you're gonna agree with me, I really need you to back me up with actual proof.
I know it was. I was backing you up, man. I did do Monokuma's account. And Monokuma's account was... I guess. Fuck you, I'm getting obtusified. Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake. However, he apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. Well, apparently it's not the
Take
fucking answer.
Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
the reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds?
Let's go into our evidence. Okay, the Monokuma plushie on the floor near the fire's origin point. Huge bloody hole. It doesn't feel like it's relevant yet. Monokuma panels. Well, I've tipped over Monokuma panels are scattered around the goods warehouse. In one area, these panels seem to be laid on top of each other in a straight orderly line. Found at the fire's origin point. It looks like this is what caused the fire.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
He came from the warehouse. This is hard. No, were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
I only really need to
What
look
were
at
they
the
trying to find out
five
by
that are in the
torturing him?
chamber.
Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Definitely the bomb's hiding
If
place.
so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagito.
Okay, no, I haven't looked at the knife. A survival knife that was stabbed in Nagito's right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife. Nah, it's arguing with Kazuichi and the torture wounds.
His mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you.
I don't think I looked at the duct tape either. Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, however the blood that splattered onto his face wasn't under the duct tape. The tape itself had a lot of crinkles in it, as if Nagito was desperately moving his mouth underneath it.
They were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
So tricky one,
is whoever
chat.
found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Alright, this is obtuse to bullshit, so because it's literally fucking his trial, I'm gonna cheat. I start putting a cheat counter on. Just give me this first answer. What are you wanting me to get at, game? Alright. My brain ain't in sync with this.
The killer didn't take Nagito. I'm telling you, they were tortured.
You're right about one thing,
Because the
Elsa.
killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
I'm starting to think I gotta argue with Kazuichi about something, because it's Kazuichi and he
Nagito's
always has
mouth
to
was
be
covered
wrong.
with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Yeah, no, it's actually, yep. My brain wasn't attuned to that, but that's a perfectly logical reason.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared. I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
You activated my trap card, Hajime. Alright, wish me luck.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito. And got him then, after they killed him.
Fuck.
Damn it!
Wasn't really listening.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Damn it! Blades. I was overcome.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Burned rope. Rope that was tied Naga's right arm burned off. Sleep clean. Torture wounds. Tied with rope. Each rope was tied to nearby pillars. Tortured for fun and not for fucking information, eh?
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Wish I could look at the damn
how is he
blades
supposed
here.
to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it first. The killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Take Naga's mouth after getting information from him. True, that sounds reasonable. What do you think about that, eh? Yeah. It's gonna be something to do with how elaborate the whole thing was.
Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Yeah, blood under the tape. Or even the Monokuma plushie. You reckon duct tape again? Fucking
Pay attention. This is how
simpler
it went
than
down.
it looks like, eh?
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No, wrong one. How'd you get you
Pay
idiot?
attention.
Shut up,
First,
Kazuchi.
the killer tortured Nagito and got information about then, after they killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oh, this one thing's fucking obtuse, mate. It's coming out hard.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape. before he was
Difficulty
beat up.
spike!
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before
We don't
the
need to
torture
play a
even
game,
began.
but let's play one anyway.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
I'm jealous. Are you in elementary school or
You were
something?
with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream.
Fun fact, for the longest time when I was a kid, I thought it was dark, you know, quack quack tape.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
Such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
I can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Reason for the fire, they're right. We need to clear that up first.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
We brought my hero back from the dead to get this map.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse. so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
There's one other thing to hide the domino effect. There's a few things going on, so... Could be the curtain, could be the MP3 player.
I see!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Inside the warehouse felt even darker because their eyes were still used to the bright sunlight. But in that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Suffered off! Suffered off! Okay. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. Okay, we've done this. We've reenacted this already. She brushed off the warning, slowly opened, it didn't happen. She was like, it's not opening. So she like fucking kicked the thing. And Kazuichi was like, I'm a bitch, don't do it. She was like, nah, you're a bitch. And Fuyuhiko was all like, what the fuck? And then bam, and yeah.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is... couldn't take any merch. The killer couldn't have left.
I see!
If the panel was so
Appreciate them
close
for
to the
having the
door that it could
obvious
barely
dud
be opened,
question.
the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Well, we couldn't take all that sweet Monokuma swag.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
If that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that.
This is my answer!
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Front.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct. Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with the...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and... No, that's wrong!
Think on it a little bit.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
This then rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap.
Trap!
Shut go!
I see!
Take it
It's like
close look
sleeve,
at his right
the knife.
sleeve.
No, there was the sleeve.
Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Oh, Akane, you problematic darling.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Akane with the setup and Sonya with the fucking... with the spike.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it!
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hands, using only your right hand? It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
There it is.
Propped it onto what?
I do want the plushie.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Took her long enough, lol. Oh, sup, knife.
Even if Nagito's right, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand up? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
What you guys should be asking yourselves. You're not even at the halfway point of this trial, and they're already talking about suicide.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
Where is this going?
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
Just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed.
I'm out.
But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
That's right, we've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing this. Then, even now...
Alright, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
A lot more dead air at the end than I was ready for. Nagito committed suicide. He must have used that spear to stab himself. Anything he could have used.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear?
That was splattered on the palm of Nagito's left hand. For some reason, splatter cuts needless.
Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
I think that's something to do. His right hand was covered, it's his left hand that wasn't.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear?
What hand was the burned rope in? No, it's tied to the right arm.
Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed, his right hand was covered by the knife.
He was only able to move his left...
But his left hand was also...
Then that rules out his left hand.
Kazuichi again!
No, that's wrong!
Again with the dunce guy! Kazuichi always wrong!
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Here's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
I see! That's it! Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito is gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear? That's what we're going to figure out next.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be? State of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord intact. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Logic died. Not a hangman's gambit, I'll take that. Alright, gotta have the old figure out the controls part. Okay, speed up and brake. Okay, we're good. Jump. Most importantly, jump. Fuck you, fuck you. Oh my god. Okay. Before it impaled him, it was above. No. See that one from a mile away? It's like, no, my trajectory. Fuck off. You're fine. You're not. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, you son of a fucking... Ah! Jesus Christ, shit! Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? A ceiling goiter. Here we go. Everyone else is just like, Hajime, any time now! Why do you go where we can't follow? Oh shit. Okay, what item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The rope, no. Ugh.
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
Yup! Whoop! Woohoo! Yup! Yoink! Whoop! Woohoo! Yup! Yoink! Whoop! Woohoo! Anyway.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth, too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Yeah, that's our Nagito. Jeez, I was just starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. Completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
Why did he want to kill us all so bad?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
It's not related to Nagito's death, but it's something that even he couldn't have missed.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with. It's gonna have something to do. I'm gonna go with the Hope Speak Academy file.
Crap!
Nope. There's a few. It's not gonna be someone's account. It could be the notebook. It could be the poison.
Crap!
Game over here, eh? Piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with, okay. I mean, you can't mess with the Monokuma file, but... I'm actually gonna go with it.
I see!
It doesn't specify exactly how he died.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick leak, guys, and we'll continue. Alrighty.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma
Hanging
file?
on by a thread, we haven't game over yet. Victim is Nagito. The body was discovered in the warehouse by the factory. Sorry guys. Estimated time of death is noon sharp. Not only is there a spare stab in the stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Fuck you! Cause of death? That's gotta be it. Oh my fucking god. No. Son of a bitch. Oh my god, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Oh my god, I wanted that. I'm actually gonna game over because of this, I think. Oh, I want you. Yep. Yep. Nope. No, the Hangerman's Gambit killed me. I just commented on how, like, yeah, I'm hanging on by a thread, and then the bullshit ass Hangerman's Gambit did me in. I literally said what it was. Cause of death. But you couldn't spell cause of death in time.
We will never give up.
It's spell, not a word, but a fucking phrase. Let's make sure we never give you the letters that you fucking want. Oh my god. Ugh. I want an S. I don't care. Full health. Give me a fucking S, please. Thank you. Okay, E. Give me an E. Pause. Oh no, I want you. No, I wanted you, and then you, and where the fuck's a D, goddammit, I don't care, I got full health, I'm gonna fucking take it, goddammit. I'm gonna fucking end this. Oh fuck, I like missed it, didn't I? Yeah bro, this is what investigation skills looks like. Oh my god, I actually do kind of save though. Fuck, no, I don't want that. Yeah. Okay, H. Using the letters flying everywhere, eh? Fuck me. That was almost a full health bar. Pretty much back to where I was! Pretty much got the exact amount of health I had!
There's no specific cause of death.
Really clarified that.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not playing your game, Hangman's. I'm not playing your bullshit game, Hangman's Gambit. I'm just gonna wait until you give me the letters. And I was like, well, I'm just not gonna give you the letters then.
The cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
Here he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
All your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair, he said he was yearning for that. And this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking.
No, no!
So, how much time we have? That's where we're gonna do it. Leave you guys hanging there, I think. Pretty good trial design for it, I guess. You guys got to get your little death fairies out the way, but you still got shit to figure out. That's where this trial comes to a close. So I see we just got the usual old cool kids in here. Weekend stream. How are we looking? No, we're just getting there. Danganronpa 2 gets fucking nuts. It just keeps getting nuts. Just keeps exploding. So yeah, honestly, next stream will easily be the rest of this trial and the beginning of the finale. So yeah, we can do us a special weekend stream. It's already the majority vote if it's you too. Alright then, how does Saturday morning sound? Monami and Nagito are one and the same. Work. I'm free this weekend, so I guess we're back on Sunday morning. You guys probably thought that was going to be my first suggestion. Alright, Sunday morning it is. We'll go 10:30 again. And we will continue, we will end this crazy caper. And we'll begin the truest of the crazy capers. And that truest of the crazy capers is what exactly is going on in Danganronpa 2. So yeah, thanks guys. I almost thought we might get through the trial for a second. I was like, it's a bit more well paced than I remembered. It's like almost Danganronpa 1 paced. I was like, fuck, I did the investigating in like an hour. That was like all of Danganronpa 1, like 1 hour investigations, 2 hour trials, except for 5 and 6, those got really long. The reveal will be revealed of revealing the reveal, spoken like a true Monokuma right there. And yep, see you guys on Sunday, and we're going to get nuts. Alright, have a good one guys, have a good night. God bless.